why you were wrong about how good Noni Madueke actually is. Now, there's been a lot of reports about Noni Madueke to Arsenal heating up with personal terms agreed just the other day. Now, last season, Noni Madueke was one of the best players for Chelsea on the wings position. When Chelsea played against low blocks later in the season, when they tried to keep a lot more possession, Madueke was used as the ball carrier inside the box and to get the team into these attacking positions when the ball is shifted quickly out wide. This allowed people like Cucurella to get into the central areas, and Madueke's quick engagement of bringing the ball into him and going past players was very good at getting Chelsea within the box. Not only that, Madueke's ability to play in wider areas and give that width to Chelsea, which they wanted so much last season, was really important to stretching out the defence and putting them gaps for the half spaces for people to run into, like the fullbacks, to give him help. And before last season, Madueke had real issues with his shot locations, being wasteful, shooting a lot from outside the box at an average of 0.02 xg per shot. But last season that changed heavily, with it going up to a 0.12 xg per shot, and most of his shots actually being in good areas within the box, even if he is not the most prolific player in the world and sometimes leans back and is not composed in key positions. Now, Madueke is seen as a self-efficient winger. He creates his own chances, mostly from the run and the dribble, and is a brilliant player despite being a little bit lanky and sometimes not being the most clean dribbler you're going to see out there. And for more weaknesses, there's definitely some contained in his form. When Madueke is on form, he is one of the most influential players in the pitch, but when he isn't, which can be large stretches of the season, which we see with young wingers, he can be quite ineffective of actually getting the ball and doing much with it, and his 7 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League kind of show that. However, this all needs to be taken into context. He still ranks about 0.3 non-penalty goals per 90, which isn't the worst in the world, and one of the most simple thing is if he gets good shots away within the box, he should be able to score more goals, which will help playing for a team that goes against low blocks a lot more, like an Arsenal, which will only make him better in the long run. Now, there's a few things that obviously are up in the air. Is being a backup to Saka going to help his progression? Is the money that Arsenal are willing to pay, 50 mil, worth it at the end of the day? Ultimately, he should be worth a little bit less than that, in my opinion. But don't let people to believe you that this is a bad signing as they think it is, but I understand the concern.